Hey, Bart Miller here with Cycling Strong, 2013 Interbike. We are having the time of our lives. We have got some, awesome interviews. I hope you guys have watched them all. If you haven't, please go through, watch them, make the comments below, get all those vendors to answer your questions while you've got the opportunity. So we could not leave the show without talking to Specialized. I mean, come on, you all know I ride a Specialized S-Work, race that thing, I've beat that bike up, love it. My son can't wait for me to get a new bike so he can ride it. So anyway, we found Chris. He was running through, nice enough to give us a few seconds of his time. He's gonna walk us through, I think, one thing you guys have been asking a lot of questions about, which is the disc brakes, what bikes are on, how they're working, and where's this disc brake market really gonna go? I know there's a lot of questions on that. We've had a lot of conversation about that. So Chris, we're gonna give you the mic. He's got a lot of energy. This guy's pretty sharp. Look how he's dressed. Take it away.
You caught me right as I was getting ready to get on a plane.
Nice.
So here's the thing. You know, for us at Specialized, we really want to support road disc and everything that it's doing. And we've had a lot of questions about, well, where does the performance lie in it, right? And everybody seems to think that it's wet weather.
The tunnel, this, that, weather, all those things.
Sure. Well, aerodynamics is a big thing for Specialized as well. But specifically with disc brakes, we get a lot of questions about how is it going to help your braking performance. And a lot of people tend to think, oh, it's only a wet weather thing. I don't need it because it's only wet weather.
Right.
Well, we've looked at it, and we've taken a lot of time with it, and we've worked a lot with SRAM and with some of our other companies, Shimano, to work on their disc brake systems to make sure that when we add it to a bike, it's not just going to end up being a wet weather tool, right? What we want to do is we want to build bikes that are going to provide the most performance to any rider. And so in this case, this year, for 2014, we've got the new S-Works Roubaix, as well as a number of other Roubaix in the line. Now, we added disc brakes to these bikes to help improve on what that endurance experience is all about. The Roubaix is a bike designed for getting smooth, making the bike smooth, making it fast, giving you the best possibility to get out on the road and really enjoy what riding a bike's all about.
Absolutely.
You add disc brakes to this package. Now you can dive into a corner deeper. You can be on the brakes more safely. And on your ride, wherever you're going to go, you're going to have a lot more fun. So to do that, it's more than just slapping a disc brake on a bike that we've already had. That meant totally new development for a fork. And on this bike, the Roubaix is an interesting animal because depending on the side, whether it's a bike for someone like Bart or someone like myself or someone even taller, we actually have 3 specific fork sizes. That's going to help with smoothness in the front end. And that means that when we come to the disc brake bike, we got 3 different forks, all designed specifically to deal with the braking forces from those disc brakes. So when you slam on a handful of brakes and you dive into a corner and you weight that outside foot, you're really going to be able to feel the performance of the frame. As you go to the back end of the bike, we want to make sure that it's not going to be compromised by having disc brakes routed through it with a big hydraulic line. So the same thing here. As the cable runs through the frame, we wanted to make it as clean as possible. It pops out right here at the back, and we end up with a really elegant, really clean design. Now, another thing that's so great about what the Roubaix package comes back to the smoothness that the platform offers. And so if you look back here, we've really taken a lot of effort to make sure that these bowed seat stays that feature the Zertz technology end up providing that smooth ride. Rather than having to couple it with a bulky brake bridge like some of the cantilever bikes can do, this helps to uncouple the back end and you're going to experience a really smooth ride. Now, another thing that's really important for Specialized, and especially when we start looking at the Roubaix experience, is what are you going to spec for a tire? Okay? Tires are really, really important, and so we've spec'd a 26C S-Works turbo tire, an incredibly supple casing that's going to help to smooth out any road that you go on, and on top of that, it's going to give you a ton of traction. We actually had a couple of guys in the Interbike crit last night racing on these big Supermoto tires. You can lean them over for a day. You can get over so far on them, and the Roubaix is a great platform to actually show that off. So Bart, I want to thank you for coming into the booth today. Let's go talk about some other products.
Yeah, let's go have some fun. And one thing I wanted to ask really quick before we moved on is, the thing I like about the disc brakes is, I know that we've always had the brakes up here before, and how does that affect the frame versus bringing them down here and giving the braking power here? Is that better, worse? I would think it'd be a lot better because you don't have the torque being on the actual frame up in here.
For sure. There's a lot of forces. So when you do grab a handful of brake on a cantilever style bike up here, you're going to get a lot of force that's trying to pull that fork forward. Now, it's one thing or the other, right? You've got to deal with that braking force. And so here what you're going to get is a lot of torsional forces trying to torque that fork, trying to spin it and move that rotation in the fork. Same thing here. We just want to make sure that we're paying attention to that. So we work in the test lag pretty extensively to make sure that the bike and the carbon, the fork layup, is going to help to to resist a lot of that twisting and torsion in the front end.
Very cool.
What you're going to notice is incredibly strong braking in wet or dry.
Yeah.
You're going to notice incredibly smooth front end thanks to the different bearing sizes of those 3 forks that we talked about. And then as you feel the whole package, add it in with the tires, the Zertz technology, and you're going to get the smoothest ride out there.
Very cool. All right, let's move on. So hey, we're right back at you. You guys all know that I went to Leadville this year and that Specialized was all over that, and Rebecca Rush was amazing at that event. So at the Leadville camp, I was hoping to get a chance to actually ride this bike. Most of you know that I'm riding a Scott bike right now, but one thing I love about these bikes is the brain technology. The problem was everything was already checked out. I was $1 late and a day late, whatever you want to say. So I didn't get to ride the bike, and then at Leadville, it just wasn't the right timing either. So I've not actually got on one of these. There's not a lot of small frames in the S-Works package, and you all know me. I kind of like everything to be the top of the line, or I don't do it, you know. So anyway, I've been picky, I've been waiting, and hopefully I'll get on one this year and I can do a review for you. But I wanted to make sure we went through this bike because obviously you all know I'm back to crush Leadville again this next year and a few of the other major races, but Leadville is on my list of the bigger buckle. So I got Chris here, I grabbed him, he's going to get on a plane, wanted to get him before he got out of here, so at least we got an expert to talk about this. Chris, take it away.
You bet. So as you guys probably know, Bart this year had a pretty stellar race at Leadville. Ended up breaking a chain, cost him a little bit of time. But I do want to talk a little bit about what this Epic package is all about. So the Epic for 2014 is another all-new bike for us. And what we've actually got is not just one Epic, but we've actually got 2. So what you're looking at here is what we'd call the Epic World Cup. Now, on top of that, we've also got another bike that is the standard model of Epic. And I want to explain the differences a little bit between them, working off the Epic World Cup that we've got here. So we realized when we're starting to look at, who rides these bikes, right? Yeah. Guys like you and I that want to do something like Leadville. Yeah. But we've also got guys like Jaroslav Kulhavy, right? Who just won the first World Cup on the new chassis just last week. So guys like Jaroslav, they want a bike that's going to be the stiffest, the fastest, the lightest thing possible. Yeah. And so if we look at what the World Cup is all about, we've actually shortened the geometry up. It's about 5 millimeters shorter than a standard bike. If you look down here, it is only available with a 1x drivetrain. What that actually allows us to do is remove the placement of where we're going to put that front derailleur, and then actually allows us to beef up that rear end of the bike. So the back end of the bike here is actually much bigger than what you'd find on a standard bike. So for guys that really want to go fast, they're racing short track races, they're racing full-on, full-gas cross-country races, the Epic World Cup platform is going to be the one for you. Now this bike here, as it comes, as you'll buy it in a Specialized dealer, is going to be right around maybe 20 pounds. Yeah. You throw some ESI grips on it, you run it tubeless, you're going to be at 19.5 pounds. So think about that for just a second here. We've got a full suspension 2.9er at under 20 pounds. That's nothing. Now, when we look at this bike and its other brother, which is the standard Epic model, we started to realize that there are guys, again, like you and I, that did Leadville this year, that are going to need a couple other things. We're going to need tools. Mm-hmm. We're going to need air. We're going to need a pump. We're going to need all that stuff that you need to get through a big, long race like a 100-mile Epic. So the actual standard Epic comes with the ability to slot in a multi-tool up into the shock mount up here, so you can always get to it really easily. You'll notice that these bikes all also have 3 riv nuts. And what that's going to allow you to do is to mount not only 1 water bottle here and 1 bottle here, so 2 bottles in the cage, but you're also going to be able to mount Specialized's new SWAT system, which is a custom box that fits into the frame to carry a tube, a tire lever, and a CO2 head that fits into a really flush package. On top of that, now Bart, this would have been good for you. Yeah. We also came out with a new top cap chain tool. Top cap chain tool fits down, takes the place of your existing top cap, offers you the ability to break a chain if you need to, and it also has a quick link.
I know.
That would have been really helpful.
Beyond really helpful.
So once you've got all those things added into the standard Epic model, you end up with a package that is about 22 pounds at the S-Works level, but you still get that same ultra-fast race-style geometry. Now, when you think about those 2 athletes, you've got your ultra-fast guys like Jaroslav, and then you've got us who really need speed, we need comfort, and we want that package to be quick. Another thing that we've really worked on is wheels. Revol wheels for Specialized have been a big hit, and this new package here with the Revol Control SL is a 1,340 gram carbon wheel that uses our hookless technology. So most people know of the inside of a rim. It's going to look like it's got kind of a hook where your bead fits into from the tire. These guys go away from that to help add durability and to help add stiffness into the rim. So you get a 1,340 gram wheel that's going to outperform just about anybody on the market. So that's our new Epic model here, and so hopefully we'll get you on it next year, all right?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. So one question I have that I really had a problem with this year, and maybe this will be addressed because of the way you've done this, is I could not get on the small frame, obviously, 2 bottles in there. Can I, and will I be able to, on the smaller frame, be able to mount a bottle in here, or am I still going to be too small because of the geometry of the bike?
So on the bike that we've got here, this is a large size. You can fit 2 full-size water bottles, 24-ounce water bottles. As we move to the small bike, we're going to be able to fit 2 bottles, but you're going to have to sacrifice 3 ounces. Is that okay?
So 3 ounces on both, or 3 ounces just on this?
3 ounces on your back bottle.
Okay, on the back
now,
bottle.
this is a pretty interesting thing. I want you to take a look around the rest of the show here and look at the number of other cross-country bikes, full suspension cross-country bikes that fit 2 bottles.
They don't.
And none of them do.
They just don't.
You look at the Epic, that's one of the only bikes on the market that's able to do that. Now you don't have to carry a Camelback. You can use the SWAT system to help carry all your tools. You end up getting the best of both worlds. A really smooth, efficient package with the brain technology and the suspension, with the super lightweight wheels, the super lightweight carbon frame, and you end up with an elegant package that holds all of your spare tools so you can get back on the race.
Very cool. So the one thing, as you all know, the reason I asked that question is because at Leadville, I measured all my water exactly, so I knew exactly what I needed from certain aid stations. So at certain times, I was only packing 1 bottle. At other times, I was packing 2 bottles, so I had those climbs figured out with the weight, watt to weight ratios that I wanted to hit in those climbs. So, I fought that really hard. As you saw, I had to put that bottle in here, turn it around. It was a nightmare to get figured out. So I'm really excited to give that a go, and if it really fits in there, thank you. That would be amazing. So, Chris, thank you for your time.
You bet, man.
I so appreciate you taking some time out for our audience, and I hope all of you enjoyed this segment. We're going to give Specialized the link to this so they can watch it, but most of all, so they can answer any of your questions. If you have a question, make sure you put it below. You can get the experts to answer it for you. They'll take great care of you. And most importantly for both of us is, get out there, ride your bike, and keep cycling strong.